We got some weather to talk about on the way for sure. Ryan Snoddon with us now.
It sounds like the wind is the big concern, right?
No question. It's kind of the top headline of what is going to be a real mess working in. We have snow, some ice pellets, rain, but the wind is again going to be, I think, top of mind for most. And wind warnings are in effect for the entire province except for the Cape Breton Highlands, where we have a winter storm warning, which is the combination of the snow and the wind. But that is primarily just the Highlands. Also a lace wet wind warning in effect, where we could see gusts up to 150 in those lace wet winds. Across the rest of the province, gusts 80, 90 to 100, and likely even seeing some gusts up to 110 along exposed areas and along parts of the coast. Rainfall warnings are also in effect along the Atlantic coastline and up into Hants and the valley. So widespread rainfall warnings in effect as well. Here's the map. And again, not much change from last night. Looking at about 5 centimeters for most, but these areas in pink, better chance of creeping up towards 10 centimeters before the transition to rain. 10 to 20 millimeters of rainfall in the north, 20 to 40 millimeters along that Atlantic coastline in those areas under that rainfall warning. And again, there's the Highlands sticking out with that 10 to 20 centimeters of snowfall accumulation. Now, in terms of the timing, I think the big takeaway for tomorrow morning is prepare for slick and snowy conditions. As we work throughout the morning, that snow is going to be tracking in. Yarmouth and Shelburne will likely already have transitioned to rain for the morning commute, for most of us anyway. That transition from snow to rain continues throughout the morning from southwest to northeast, and most of us are driving home with wet conditions and certainly windy conditions. Put that rain on top of the snow and the frozen ground. Be mindful that the potential for some localized flooding is there because the ground is frozen. Cape Breton driving home in the snow, but you folks will transition over to rain as we move throughout the evening. So let's talk about the winds. And again, the good thing is but this is not a long duration event. We're talking about 6, 7, 8 hours of the peak winds, the meat and potatoes of the winds coming in, as you can see with the timeline throughout Wednesday morning in the southwest, spreading into the central areas of the mainland as we work towards the midday time period. That's when we're going to be seeing those gusts, 80, 90 to 100, and in excess of 100 along parts of the coast. By 5 o'clock, starting to see those winds kicking out of the Halifax area, and still, again, really racing as we work throughout the evening in through Cape Breton. And there are those lace wet winds, again, that could reach 150, Tom and Amy. So, yeah, power outages are going to be, I think, the main concern with this. Certainly slushy, sloppy travel tomorrow morning. Not a great commute home with all that rain, but I think the winds are the headline. Keep things charged. 72 hours. Emergency kit ready.
Get ready for a breezy one for sure. Okay, thanks so much, Ryan.
Thank you, Ryan.
Thank you.